Content warning. Tales of Tupenia features some depictions and descriptions of violence, as well as themes consistent with abuse and alcoholism. These are not incredibly common, but be warned. Howdy. Belby here, the DM of Tales of Tupenia. It's been a while since I checked in. Notable updates, we now have our gaming videos and the Side of Tots coming out on the Patreon, and the first 2 episodes of Side of Tots are up for free on YouTube. So, if you're at all interested in watching us fuck around and have fun, give it a look, check it out. We also happen to have a merch store now, a threadless shop that is set up, featuring hats, shirts, stickers, and more. So check it out and see if anything catches your eye. Furthermore, any likes, comments, or subscriptions are always appreciated, and nice comments will be featured on screen at the beginning or end of the video, depending on when I think is the best time. Thank you, and appreciate your support for the show. Bye.
On the Lamani Islands, they say if the Hollow Mountain sings to you, you should always listen, for the song itself can carry you out to sea. This was, of course, the one place Uprush always wanted to go. Dmitri Zephius gained the nickname Uprush from a young age, as he always displayed a surge of emotion and passion, strong enough to sweep away any who were ill-prepared for his enthusiasm. He's like an uprush of seawater when he talks, became the easiest way to describe him to seafarers, wondering why an 8-year-old might be hanging out by the docks so often. Aside from his enthusiasm regarding shipfaring, Uprush's mother helped with restocking seafaring ships that would stop by the islands, so meeting seafarers was the norm. This norm for young Uprush was shaken up when a young girl with curly hair made her way onto the island, proclaiming all the world's gold and cookies would be hers someday. From then on, Uprush and the girl nicknamed Cookie would spend their days together fantasizing about being adventurers out on the open sea. Cookie's father would take Uprush under his wing, despite the concerns of Uprush's mother. As he became a man, Uprush gained respect and camaraderie aboard the ship known as the Great White. But Uprush saw a side of the captain no one else quite recognized. Amidst an attempt to convince Cookie to leave the crew with him permanently, Uprush was accused of mutiny, shot in the chest, and left aboard a dinghy to float out at sea. The last thing Uprush heard was the sound of his friend's voice, the splash of the waves, and the sound of the wind's song, all before reaching the unfamiliar shores of Balestone. Chasing away back out into the open seas, Uprush took up bartending to accrue enough coin and a new crew, all with the hope of reuniting with his dearest friend.
Born to seafaring merchants, Jack and Robin, hailing from Arigian and Kelcary, neither of whom were willing to give up a life on the sea, Hector grew up barely 4 years before returning to the sea for a life of adventure. His youngest mentor in the clerical arts was a steward of the drowned, a medic known as Tim Callaghan. Eventually, his parents' honest merchant dealings led them into conflict with a pirate crew of a fearsome captain, where Hector's parents passed away tragically, with barely enough surviving members to crew the ship into the nearest harbor. Hector's friend Tim took him in, A blessing for young Hector that quickly was dashed as he was left with a smile in the main temple of the drowned stewards in the town of Cotton's Creek, to be raised by one Albert Sparrow, an older steward past his prime. Hector went on to become a fellow steward of the drowned, sailing the seas, protecting ships from the same fate that befell his parents. One day, a group of pirates captured him and stuck him in the upstairs closet of a seaside cottage, held prisoner for a week until the early crew of the Bearded Dragon found him. A crew that Hector has stood fiercely by ever since.
Grow Kadag was born and raised in the kingdom of the Red Dawn. His parents, Shior and Calabax, and siblings and fellow orcs were brutal fighters, taught to hone their aggression in battle against their enemies. Grow grew to become the tallest and burliest of his family, and one of the largest offspring of the Red Dawn. A capable fighter with a gargantuan size, a towering stature, and mammothian teeth that would make any regular human quite intensely shit their pants. Through his straight, raven black hair parts at the middle, a real charmer. He was inducted into the Black Blood clan and went on many adventures. As time passed, the clan would realize something about Grow that infuriated them. He was a sweetheart. He would frequently gaze upon beautiful natural flora and fauna, would resist killing any individuals who wouldn't directly harm him. Whereas all the other orcs were intelligent in livelihood skills and battle practices and tactical knowledge, Grow was a simpleton. His sheer size and strength was enough for him to push through any obstacles presented to the Black Bloods. But even as the rest of the Black Bloods slowly turned their backs on him, Grow was too simple to see it. To him, they were his family. So he stayed with them, until one blissful morning when Grow woke to emptiness around him. The Black Bloods were gone, and Grow hadn't the slightest clue of where to go. Only a name. Bartholomew. Unfortunately, for Grow, he couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. He wandered the countryside finding people who at first rejected him and were scared of him, but would warm up to him through his politeness and simplicity. After many months of wandering and helping, 3 years later, Grow would eventually make it to the city of Benict in the kingdom of Pustab, where he befriended a total bar owner, Rue, and would help her with chores and errands. The city of Benict would see that Grow was an enigma, a condemnation of their treatment of orcs, but some would have prejudices too deep to set aside. Grow left the city, joining the crew of the Bearded Dragon to chase the thrill of battle and to make a new name for himself. With a new crew, a new weapon, and a new cause at his side, Grow's path wanders far away from those who once threw insults his way, even if he was too simple to understand them anyways.
Adrian Drake was born and raised in Winterstone. Being the second son of the Admiral of the Kingdom, Adrian always lived a life of adventure and wanted to be out at sea like his father. He and his brother lived their early lives with a nanny, though Adrian snuck out multiple times into the slums, getting into trouble with his best friend Karn. Later on in his years, he was hired onto the Agalita, a trade ship with an older captain Adrian saw as second father. During one voyage at sea, an Asmer named Ariel came aboard trying to get Adrian to do a quest for his god and would not leave until he did so. While the two were below deck in a heated argument, the Agalita was suddenly assailed by pirates, an all-out assault, which was suddenly disrupted as a bolt of lightning rent the sky, sinking the ship and all aboard it. Adrian woke up in the middle of the sea alone, at least that's what he thought until days later, a dry voice echoed through his head. The self-same voice of the Asmer he previously encountered. Drake made his slow way back to port, where he and Ariel now share the same body, though not, perhaps, the same goals.
I do not recall when exactly I became what we are today, but here be what I will share. Little John Jack grew up in the slums of Smiva, me mama telling me the stories of Klek, the devourer of the treasonous, he who swallows the liars and cheats. Never understood why nobody heeded the warnings. We couldn't even trust our leaders, those meant to protect us. Instead, the Baron took me mother from me. I found a new home in the old elf tree, and found a new family all my own. Then he took that away too. I escaped the town with nothing but my clothes and a few friends. And me brother in all but blood, I would have followed him to the ends of the world. And I did. And we were free. But the world took that from me too. Han, my brother, he sold me out for wealth and power. Under the thumb of the Baron of Bimbolo, the very man who took everything from me, I found if you take enough from a man, you make a monster. With nothing of the little boy in me left, the fish from my mama's stories spoke to me. I thought it a mere illusion, but it delivered us to new friends and freedom. I know it take more than fables to fix the wrongs of the world. It be taken more than the blood, sweat, and tears that has already been taken. It be taken something more. With me crew, we be feeding the fishes.
Kidru grew up in a rowdy family. As the eldest of 5 children, he always hoped to keep an eye on his siblings. It wasn't easy growing up in the harsh cold of Satpia, but he was happy. Playing with siblings, ice fishing with his mom, and hearing stories of Satpia's heroics and grandeur from his father. Kid and his brothers, namely Kaivan and Kalir, loved these stories, and grew up wishing to join the military themselves one day. And when Kid was only 19 years old, that opportunity would come right to his village. Kid spent the following years of his life proving his bravery and his skill, and rising up the ranks of Satpia. But in doing so, he saw the nation for what it truly was, and began to doubt the actions he'd taken under a banner he once thought was great. It wasn't until the age of 42, 23 years later, that Kid met Jesse, a young Aarakocran boy he met in a village he was sent to enlist from. A young boy that reminded him of himself. That was his final straw. Rather than setting Jesse down the path he walked himself, he took the boy and they fled into the wastes. They wandered through a barren environment, hungry, thirsty, and left with nothing but time to think about the years wasted and the people he took advantage of. That the country he grew up idolizing and serving was corrupt. Kidru was ready to give up on himself, but he was driven by a responsibility to Jesse, to get him to safety. Crossing the waste, the two stumbled into the city of Zukamel, where they were discovered and rescued by the priests of the Albetic Temple. The priests were very welcoming, and provided both shelter and care to Kid and Jesse. While the pair recovered, they were introduced by the priest to the Lambent Three, the moon deities, as well as their teachings. The serene grace of the Sapphire Queen, the strength wielded by the Copper Princess, and the willingness to change, championed by the Shattered Prince, which Kid resonated with strongest of all. After months of self-doubt, that message drove Kid to remake himself as a missionary, a wanderer, and a tool of this change, leading him into new lands, new struggles, and a new path to redeem Tupenia, as his gods and he seek to create.
Howdy, and welcome back to this week's episode of Tales of Tupenia, where last we left off planning. We determined in the aftermath of the war for the despotate, whereupon the allied nations of Kelkeri, Pastab, and Tillydale came and waged war on the battlefields against the soldiers of the despotate. Meanwhile, our assorted guerrilla hero force of the bearded dragon just found the despot in the middle of the battle and came in like a wrecking ball and got deep into combat, won the battle, managed to slice off her head, managed to avoid being exploded, and then in the aftermath there was a sort of conference of nations here about what was to be done with the reconstruction of the despotate. Thankfully, Jean-Jacques received support from some of these various rulers, namely the Crown Prince of Pastab, Lageron Velemtok among them, where what was decided ultimately was to form a council, was to begin getting notable figures that might be relevant, namely now Brioni Tumbasdottir, captain of the Tillydalian, some of the guerrilla forces, has been elected or has been put forward as a candidate, and she will now be determining what to do with that nature. As to the war portion, Atimba, one of the druids of the also now hiding in Tillydale, has been elected on part of the regrowth front, and then one of the representatives of the Posterity's Blade Guild has been elected as a merchant. Meanwhile, in the middle of this meeting, a messenger came running in with information to tell the party about what had occurred actually just to tell the whole council, as it were, that had been assembled, of this sort of attack on some of the cities of Kelkeri, the names of which you now feel stripped from your mind, the people and places associated with that location, all turning into this sort of mush inside your heads. We spent the day talking and sending messages to... we talked to Ahura, who had been a childhood friend of Jean-Jacques that had been taken over by this sort of process that the despot had been running, apparently having a lot of trouble with that, with Brioni, who came in to deliver the final news that... help me out with the name here, Manny. Of the Baron of Bimbalo had died, and had been attacked. There were shots of this mucousy-looking light that had been seen in the skies during their battle. Brioni returned the portable hole, returned the invisible cage, which Hui promptly threw Ahura in, and we received notice from Scrampton and from the leader of the Posterity's Blade Guild, Enderon, about the fact that one of your associates, the Hand, had disappeared in the middle of the night rapidly. You guys had a sort of couple of dreams between you, namely Kid Rue had one, Adrian Drake had like this weird sort of moment within himself, beginning to think about the sort of pathways that each side of his self might want to pursue, and we bedded down to sleep with the understanding that in the morning we would be journeying northward back towards where you guys had stashed your boats up in Tillydale, past the town of Oshesk. And that is where we resume session, entering the morning of... The date today was so it is about to be the 23rd of High Harvest. And we resume in the morning here.
Splendid rest.
Right.
We don't have to worry about something potentially killing us in our sleep.
Oh,
We survived.
Hector's like the first person awake.
Okay. What does Hector usually do in his like morning routine?
Usually orient himself, figure out where the fuck he is.
Mhm.
He's so used to not be like, well, because like he'll fall asleep in the crow's nest sometimes. He's
Right.
so used to needing to know exactly what is around him at any given moment that it's just it to someone who's never seen Hector before, it looks like he's startled awake every morning.
Right. But very quickly, it's like looking around, scanning,
Yeah,
assessing.
It's orientation, and the smaller the room, the less their details is, the quicker calm is like obvious. He just like, oh, okay, that's yep.
Wonderful.
That's where I am.
All right. So
Yeah.
he awakens. Hector awakens, startled, takes note of his scenarios, realizes that he is in fact in the same room that he was in the day before, and goes, "Oh, okay, hold on, let me reorient myself here." And then is he a does he prep like a tea? Is he a breakfast sort of person?
He's about 3 shots of whatever the lightest alcohol he has access to is
Wonderful.
to start his morning.
Wonderful. All right.
Can't get hungover if you never stop being drunk.
Yeah. Who needs 3 hots in a cot when you can have 3 shots in a cot?
oh my god.
Man just pops them and rolls. All right. So we awaken to this. Kid Roo, how long is Kid Roo's normal nightly cycle for? Is he a short sleeper, long sleeper?
I mean, at this point, it's probably got to be a little bit longer than average. Kid Roo's getting a little old. He takes his time. He's sleeping in, getting up in the morning. he has a whole routine he has to go through to get ready for the day, you know?
Wonderful. All right, so you
And who could blame him?
Huh?
And then who could blame him?
Yeah, meanwhile, you didn't recognize that yesterday your friend Grawl had disappeared in the middle of the day, without so much as a word to any of you guys.
We gotta start doing head counts or something. Like every time we walk through a door, like a threshold, like, are we all still here? Yeah? Okay.
How does
continue.
something that big get away from us so easily?
I don't know.
He also appears to have taken most of his weaponry with him, and you can tell that his simple supplies were not taken. He left without his like basic rucksack. Just walked out.
Gee.
Huh.
Maybe he got lost.
Yeah, but he has
Weaponry?
most of his stuff though. Just not his weapons. He has weapons.
Took his weapons,
Yeah.
Took his weapons, just not his gear,
not his
I
gear.
guess.
You guys begin to take the opportunity to gather all of your stuff together. You chuck it in the hole. You meanwhile, you hear just from down below, just, oh, brilliant, light again. Okay, goodbye. As the hole closes back up on top of you. Okay.
This really feels wrong. Oh well.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Oh well.
All right. Hit me up with the Drake / RIO roll. By the way, what'd you get for last night?
So right now I'm Ariel.
Oh yeah.
Because Adrian basically said, I don't want to be here.
Oh, interesting. He is like abdicating control at the moment.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
He does not want to be here in as long as he can.
If Adrian's abdicating, you can roll it with advantage. Just hit me up with that again, just for notes purposes here.
Okay. $11.
Oh, interesting. With advantage?
Well, it was 11 on the dice.
Oh, okay. So, what is that?
So-
That's your charisma.
16.
Oh, okay, cool. Good. Does succeed. Yeah, so, you kind of feel like RIL just, like, for a second, like, you can feel as you awaken, they're, like, not like a deliberate stirring, but like a faint stirring of, like, Drake in the back of the head. Just like this yearning. And, like, you're immediately like, no, hold on. I've got stuff to do. And go back about your day. So you gather up all your stuff together, and you begin the trek back northwards. I'm just gonna need a simple survival roll. We'll have a nominate a party leader to roll survival.
Track northward.
Water.
What?
Oh yeah. If you're heading back up towards Oshesk to rejoin the rest of the crew.
Oh.
Travis.
It's been a while.
This man just rolled a
Roll.
I thought we were like traveling fully north. I was like, what? When
Yeah.
did we decide that?
Oh, he's picking you for the Travis roll. All right. Oh yeah. Does he have good? Okay. So if you're gonna roll that, yeah, roll a survival check.
Yeah. 19.
19. The days pass relatively without incident. You do begin to notice that as you go throughout the first and second days normally, that you do begin to see like some stragglers around you that like either soldiers, you can make out, with that, you can make out that there are some like leftover soldiers, not a lot, but like there are a few of like Pastab are still looking out, Tillydale are still looking out. Calcari does appear to have been mostly relocated, though you do see a few like roaming what appear to be like I don't want to say like captains, but like almost like well-dressed, sort of like well-armored figures, like in pairs of ones or twos of Calcarian forces. But the days pass without incident. You don't really see any deserters fleeing, thankfully. Well, or perhaps not thankfully, but with a 19, you don't really notice anyone on your journey northward. You return back to the town of Stille, where the underground passage sort of takes off here. So, although, I mean, unless you guys, did you want to make directly for the, now that there's no war with Tillydale, did you want to make directly, you could make for the Ruined Gate if you want to, and then cut inwards, but,
Yeah, we can make for the Ruined Gate, and we can let Athimba know.
Mhm.
Unless they sent for him, but I gave them where he was, I think.
Yes, you did mention that Atimbo was under the town of Oshesk.
Yeah, under the town of Oshesk with the lizard folk and the lizard folk. Oh, yep, they're still there.
Yeah.
So, but unless they rushed to go get him,
Right.
I imagine it'd be best if we stop by.
Yeah, it would just be a short delay in the other, like, rather than cutting straight north and in, you would have to go, like, across and up through the tunnel, but that's not too, you've done that journey hundreds of times before. All right, so wonderful. Yeah, you managed to find your way to the sort of outskirts of Stille proper, where this sort of tunnel begins. Stille, by the way, does appear to have been, it's a little lawless there right now when you return. You notice this sort of like these ramshackle sort of streets with all these tiny buildings split in between them. A number of skins still lying around. But it does look like there's like a guidance that seems to be happening where there are Tillydelian forces in this circumstance where, not well-dressed guerrilla forces, right? Generally in cloaks with these sort of, matching sort of bandoliers. Like, Brioni was, like, outfitted in Tillydale garb plus, plus, what is it called? Like a, not like accompaniment. I'm trying to think of the word. Stuff that you... Huh? Accoutrement. Yeah. Just like upgrades in accoutrement. Yeah. What was that, Austin?
No, that's exactly what you just said.
Oh yeah,
accoutrement. That's what-
accoutrement.
that's what
Yeah.
I said.
So you know, she sort of so these sort of Tilly-Delian forces, they do appear to be like attempting to guide the skins over to places. It is like it's a slow process. Like you're watching the processing speed for them doesn't appear to be there like much anymore. So there is sort of like this attempting to get up and stumble these people towards Jean-Jacques and let's say Kid Rue here. You guys can roll me investigation. I'll let you give me investigation, perception, or just a straight like charisma check here.
What? Perception or charisma? Sorry, what was the first one?
Investigation, perception, or straight charisma.
Straight charisma.
Charisma would be better, but I'm gonna do investigation for 19.
18.
What was that? For
Straight
Georgia?
cha
Okay,
for,
charisma for 18.
18.
And you said investigation for 19 there, Kidrick?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So you take like a second just to like, because I think in this moment the reason that I asked each of you is that your individual sort of senses of lagging mother advertisements. One moment, pause champ for advertisements.
Pause champ.
Go
Should I
away.
just hold up Would it help in editing AJ if I just did this every time we're paused?
They've purged you from. They've now purged the advertisements from this session. By God. So I've asked each of you just because I think each of you would be the most keyed into in this moment. Kid Rue with his sort of religious background, Jean-Jacques with having lived here, the sort of idea of atrocity, specifically in the aftermath of like warfare, right? You're like keeping an eye out for these Tilly-Delian forces. Jean-Jacques, you're reading the people. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of ill intent behind any of them. There is definitely like a weird sort of how do I describe it? Like you can pick up on that there's definitely like jitters, like interacting with these skins. Kid Rue, you actually like you begin to like follow the pathway here. And it does look like they're just sort of guiding them into what appears to be like a halfway house of sorts. Like, not like a cage. They aren't caged, but like just sort of like a number of like, you think like tenement houses like next to each other where they're just putting them in there. But as it is, the people of the town, like you begin to notice that the people of the town are kind of like, they are watching the Tilly-Delians with distrust, but distrust will take a long time to fade in these people. But
Especially
the
propaganda.
Huh?
Especially with all the propaganda that
Right.
fucking tyrants put out.
Right. But as you begin to, this is just sort of on like a quick like cross through the town, just doing like a, scan as they're going. Maybe a tiny little follow down an alleyway to see what's going on. But as you begin to walk out of the town proper, you do notice that there are a number of dead bodies of soldiers of Despotate attire that have been piled and burned outside of town. Not too far actually from the old, this one would be the old blighted hearthwood tree that's there. Does just appear like they had just, notable landmark, let me put as much stuff next to it as possible for ability of, people to understand what's going on, to find the location.
Right.
But you guys continue along your way. It's another, let's see, it's, I believe that it was 3 days journey to the, well, I will take the ruler and give you an update on exactly how far we are. But we should not be fully to Hector's birthday yet. By the time that you reach, well, actually, fuck it. I'll pull it up now. Might as well. Pause, champ. We can always edit this out if it takes literally too long. So.
We're taking the carriage, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, you guys do have a carriage. You're right, but you just kind of had Grawl pulling it before. You don't have like any like horses. If you want to have
Maybe we
gotten
should
horses.
retroactively buy some horses.
Or just do it now. I mean, we're the morning of.
Hi, I'm the horse salesman who sells horses to you directly. I don't even haggle. I just give you prices.
Who the fuck would be selling horses at a time like this?
Hi, I'm the slightly weirder horse salesman that happens to have
Oh no, what have you done, Admiral?
to have stolen horses, and you don't know this. No, there's so
All right, how much?
There's this short little, what appears to be what appears to be a sort of Eladrin, sand Eladrin elf, that is looking at you for a second and just goes like, right, well, if you're going to be, how many horses are you purchasing to pull your cart here? Because you can do it with 2, but it's a little bit of a strain on them. I would suggest buying 4 horses for this purpose.
Doesn't it just take 2?
Yeah, you might be heavy. I don't know. He looks over at Drake and he goes, that fellow looks pretty heavy. Bulked up, You might want to purchase extra horses.
I'm gonna mentally reach out. How many were on there from the get-go? It was just 2, right?
On the original, who are you talking to?
Adrian, Hector, Uprush, whoever was there outside of Stele.
Oh, we took the carriage?
The carriage. What does it fit for? I think it was just 2, right?
I don't remember.
But Despote is probably not known for their good treatment of horses, but I think the carriage has a fitting for the amount it's meant for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, how many did the Despote have on there, and what is the carriage actually meant to have?
Yeah, it looked it looked like there were originally 2 horses on this, but it was also it did look like poor treatment. Those beasts were actively very
And so it could fit.
Right. It could fit 4. You could fit 3 if you just. I mean, it would be a little offset. I mean, I guess you would have to harness to a forward, which this guy he kind of looks at it and goes, if you'd like to buy 3, I can fit you with a AJ is not a horse person. A lead that adds an additional horse in the front of the 2 that will be on the side tracks.
Yeah, he could help adapt the carriage to be
exactly.
Yeah.
He goes, and this will be yours for the low price of 500 gold pieces.
How much do we have?
Getting ripped off.
I'm sorry, I got slapped with an ad. What did you say?
He said 500 gold pieces.
You definitely have plenty of
for
gold.
3 horses and the equipment is what he's trying to. Do you want to roll an insight on that, Kidru?
Me? I would like to.
Well, you said, are we getting ripped off? So that was why I was like.
I mean, I guess it's fair. I am.
I was like, if this man asks the question, are you getting ripped off? I'm gonna make him roll the dice to see, are you getting ripped off?
I want to know.
Okay. We'll let a second insight.
Rolled a 4.
Okay. You look at it and you go, honestly, that's a bargain. You guys should be paying him more.
I've never bought a horse.
26.
He is definitely
never needed a horse.
He is definitely upcharging you, but it is you sense that it is upcharging with context in a sense. This does not
it's price gouging with a reason.
Right. It is the
there is a hurricane coming. Water's more expensive now.
Yeah, it's the day after. He's like, well, it's the day after a war. People are wanting to take horses and get the fuck out of here. He's upcharging you for sure, but it's it's not like this is egregious upcharging. It's
he is price gouging us, but it is in response to supply and demand.
Yeah, it's more of this looks like it's around about maybe a 200%. It's double probably what you should be paying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Ariel, can we afford that right now?
Yeah.
We can.
Screw it.
But then Well, then what are we gonna do with the damn horses?
Keep them on the boat. Keep them on the boat. We can use them to bring the anchor up.
What?
We can use them to bring the anchor up. We're down one massive hunk of muscle.
Yeah, add 3. Do you know how heavy one horse can be?
No, I'm saying you can use the horses to pull up the anchor.
That's still about. I still don't think we should have 3 horses on the ship.
No, we can have 2 on one and 1 on the other.
I guess, yeah.
Are you planning on buying these horses to walk them to the coast and then let them go?
In Tilladel? Or
Obviously,
in
you gotta
Ipswich,
put them on the
it
boat.
would be in one they're gonna get eaten. In the other one, they're gonna get eaten. Just by different things.
You want to eat the horses?
No, I'm saying if we let them go, they're gonna
Oh
get
my
eaten.
god. He wants to
okay.
keep the horses because
Keep the
boats
horses,
are
and if we
way
don't need
way
them-
bigger than horses can easily travel on boats.
Yeah, and if we don't need them, we could sell them. But I think we might end up needing them. I just have a feeling.
Okay.
All right.
I just have a feeling.
Are we putting
A
a
little
carriage
hunch.
on a boat?
Yes.
How big are the boats?
Big enough.
They've got
We just need to make sure we have
Massive
a big enough
sailing
gangplank.
ships.
yeah.
Boats is an understatement. Boats in an.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet, kid. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
They're
sailing ships.
You
They're
haven't
big.
received the stat block yet.
they're nice.
Okay. Then I guess we're gonna have 3 goddamn horses on top of everything. So 3 horses, 2 crews, 2 boats, a parrot.
We have to make the parrot.
Yeah, here's a parrot.
My parrot.
You have a parrot?
Arnold the
this
pygmy
whole
parrot.
fucking time.
Yeah, the pygmy parrot that he bought way back when in.
How's the parrot? Like parrot is literally John Jack's favorite animal. How has this never come up?
What do you mean? You were there when I got the parrot.
Man, it's been a long, strange trip. All right.
I got the friggin' parrot back all the way in Wub Wub land.
And he's like,
Literally in the first area, I got him.
Oh man, that was a long ass time ago.
So
Yeah.
So you guys.
"Alright, sorry, buying.
All right, so we're gonna have to make multiple stops anyways, for our own supplies, and because we collectively have enough HDs to add up to 80, we're gonna make multiple stops on the way there. So resupplying the horses with hay is like not.
We're gonna need hay for the horses to eat on the boat too.
That's what I'm saying. We got like, amongst us all, we got 80 HDs. So like,
You got 80 of them, bitch.
you got 80. I don't know what these HDs are, but we got 80 of them.
This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so we're gonna have to stop on the way there anyways, so we can just pick up the hay and you know what? Maybe we can use the manure and maybe try to grow some stuff. We got extra room.
I guess so.
I used to do that on my barge all the time. I would just grow stuff
What?
on the barge. Because if you leave anything growing out in the open in Old Iptharoon, someone's gonna take it. So I would just grow things on the roof of my barge.
Gotcha.
So maybe we can grow some stuff on the ship? I mean, how many times did Grawl like run into a coconut on one of his like swimming like rope drag meditations? Like all the time. Ah, I've been attacked, and it's like a coconut. Like we can just pick up a coconut, put it in some soil and manure, and maybe we can start growing coconuts on the ship.
Wait, are you arguing
Yeah,
that you can
for an
use
entire
coconuts to
farm
feed
to
horses? Can I verify this as a DM?
No,
Are we-
no.
Okay, cool. I did miss something.
No. That we can use the manure as fertilizer
okay,
to
cool.
grow things
Gotcha,
on
gotcha,
the ship for us.
Gotcha.
I recommend we do a smaller plant than a coconut tree, though.
It was just the first thing to come to mind as something we encounter out at sea. It was a memorable moment. That I just
I'm just imagining us just
didn't
sailing
totally
along
make
with a
up
big ass
right now.
gigantic palm tree in the middle of our freaking boat. People are like, what the hell is that? Like, we go to
No,
a
no,
place
no,
in
no,
the
no.
world
As
they've
soon
never
as
seen a palm tree.
no, as soon as we're like, hey, someone with the wind magic, do a thing, it'll just fall right off the ship.
Exactly. It'll take out the entire captain's quarter.
We would have to grow it out from the center of the hold, so that it would have like something to like race it against.
Or grow it off the side of the damn boat.
It's not take up one of the cannon wells.
That would be kind of hilarious, wouldn't it?
That would be hilarious.
you have
We're just
two,
playing
like,
rap.
We roll a fire, boom, boom, and then the third one doesn't go off. What's going on? They look and there's just a coconut tree coming out of the cannon well. Cannon hole.
It'd be
I don't
funny
know
if
what it's called.
the cannon was underneath the tree and they just couldn't see it properly, so they just turned.
Boom, fire.
Bang.
Well,
That coconut just.
so you've decided that you're going to purchase 3 horses and supplies.
Okay.
All right.
My door is in that carriage. Actually, wait a second. We
How
can put it
much
in the hole.
more? How much more is it to get a 4th horse? Because I hate uneven numbers.
It would be an additional. So, he goes, yeah. For a 4th horse, I could charge you. It would be 125 additional for the 4th one.
So it's 625.
Yep.
Can we afford that still?
How wide is the hole?
15 feet.
Do horses need to breathe?
Hold up. No, not for that. Can we just roll the carriage? Can we just put the hole up against a wall and just push the carriage into it?
Yeah, but
If it's
then,
15 feet wide.
so I think I thought well, you were gonna get the horses to pull the carriage was the idea.
That's the
Gotcha.
main reason. The horses are for the carriage. As
Yeah.
fun as the coconut tangent became,
I
and the needing them later. Like, wait a second. This is purely for the carriage and
think
the
we
door I'm
decided-
keeping in the carriage.
I think we talked about this because I think you guys thought about that originally, and what we decided was you would have to take the wheels and like all of the like pulling sticks off because the physical carriage would be too wide, like size wise for those dimensions.
It's that big?
Yeah. Well, because you know,
Oh,
it's gotta
right.
fit-
The
it's gotta
cage
fit-
was in it
right.
with stuff next to it.
Right.
Ooh. Oh yeah. This carriage.
We've got cage
You know what?
and armor and.
All right. I'll turn to the rest of the party. Wait, hold on. Can we just put the door and all of our stuff in the portable hole again, and then sell the carriage?
What happened to thinking we'll need it?
It's entirely possible. I'm just exploring it as an idea.
It's entirely
I still
possible.
think we'll end up needing it. We will get somewhere, and we're like, oh, we need land transportation. Oh no, whatever
I'm back.
will we do? Oh hey, welcome back. So.
Let's just buy the damn horses and move on.
Yeah, we're just gonna buy
625 for some horses. Wonderful. All right,
Buy the damn horses.
mark off 625 from your inventory. But I was looking at the speed that does cut your travel down from Apilmar to Oshesk to 2 days. So
Wait,
from-
another flaw. The smuggling
Oh, God.
tunnel is full of water.
Why do we need the smuggling tunnel?
you could just
Oh,
go.
yeah, I guess we
now
don't.
you could just.
We
attempt
can
to-
That's
just
good
go.
one,
We
man.
can go by land, and then take a quick dip under, and then
Mhm.
come back and continue.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just take the land route. We'll just take a different route than Hobby Guy.
Wonderful. So you, instead of taking the smuggling tunnel, you guys managed to go up by land. It does cut your travel time down to 2 days proper to get to the sort of this. It's not quite like the gate appears to have been a section of fortress that was built along the path somewhere. The defense appears to have like crumbled in a sense of like any like turrets and things that were put up have been like destroyed by time. It is just like the forbidding vastness of jungle that is like on the other side there. You know, it's like, okay, a lot of people don't come through here just because, you know, guerrilla fighters and, you know, all of the horrible
Yeah,
shit that lives
Active
in
war zone.
Right, exactly. Um,
I thought
so
you were about to say there were damn gorillas in that jungle. I was about to go crazy. Like, what?
You're like, now there's gorillas.
We avoided them last time.
Literal gorillas.
Oh yeah. Well,
Giant apes.
You had a guide last time. You guys were guided by that, gnome from Tillydale, who was your sort of like, direct partisan there. And you traveled through the treetops a lot of the time. You weren't traveling on the forest floor. So you do manage to make your way back to Oshesk proper. It is. The horses are definitely a little spooked at like traveling through the beginning to travel through this overhanging, dense, like vast forest jungle network of trees here.
I don't blame them.
But you managed to make your way back to Oshesk proper, which you've noticed refugees are already starting to begin to both pour into and out of Oshesk here. You notice that there are some folks who are just getting out of Epilmar, or getting out of the Despotate as quickly as possible. People that appear to have basically left once they heard war was even on the horizon. And some people that are attempting to return back now to begin the reclamation process. It's very busy, and you notice that Mayor Steffian kind of like running around like shouting at people, where he's like, no, don't do that, go, get out of here, no, you can't place your things there, very, very upset. Who you recognize at once, Jean-Jacques. Where are you guys pathing from here, from Oshesk? Are you attempting to go down the tunnel to go and talk to Atimba? You can send word if you would attempt, like to.
I definitely want to do this.
I want to have a petty moment with Steffian if I can.
Yes, of course. So you kind of notice him. He's like, there's what appears to be like a burly sort of orc who's attempting to move what looks like a crate of like apples. And you notice you actually can look at it and you notice that there is sort of the woodwork does appear to match some of the sort of woodworking that I know that none of you are carpenters, but like there's enough where you're like, hold up, this puts me in mind of the sort of platforms and sort of walkways that the guerrilla forces had placed above. So this orc's going to
looks
move
like
the
some of their
thing.
stuff, yeah.
Right, and Steffian is like, no, you need to move that. You need to remove that from this place. You cannot be placing supplies out here. People will just begin grabbing it out of randomly. By God. He seems very involved with this guy. So what's your sort of petty moment?
I'm just walking up to him.
Wonderful. He turns and he goes, and you. He goes to level at normal level, looks down, sees you, Jean-Jacques, and goes, oh. You see his face sort of sours, and he goes, I assume you had something to do with this.
Steffian! Hey, did we have a bet regarding the fall of the Despotate?
If we did, I don't recall it.
Oh, that's weird, because it seems that you were betting on the Despotate because you told them about where we were. So you had a bet, right?
You see his face sort of pales, and he goes, I have no time for this nonsense, and goes to turn and walk off.
You bet wrong. You'll get what's coming to you. And I walk away.
You see him stop for a second. I need to hit him with a... He hit me with an intimidation check here.
I gotta stop rolling it, like it keeps landing cocked on the... It is sideways. Oh, this is worse than all the cocked ones, in theory. 9. 9.
With
My
a 9.
intimidation's not great.
With a 9, you notice in his countenance, just from the back, like his sort of body language and his posture, he doesn't pee himself like would have happened on a much better roll, but on a 3 from Steffian, you definitely hear him go, and do like a little like whimper to himself, and he like shakes himself and begins like continues walking off.
Yep. I'm
wonderful.
done with him. Is the
Yeah.
the Tiladelian authorities already know what he's done.
Right. You're like they're keyed into him. Everyone's keyed
Yep.
into him. He's
This is
going down
not my problem.
Yeah.
He's just a pathetic, weaselly little creature, and
Yeah.
he'll continue to squirm until he's, pulled out.
Mm-hmm. All right. And yeah.
Nope.
So he disappeared. Okay. Wonderful. So then, yeah. So all right. So are you guys just making straight back then for the? It's basically like up through the trees through this pathway. It's like maybe less than especially. Well, actually, you have horses now, so you won't be going through the trees, but you will be moving
well,
at
we
a
still
faster
gotta
pace.
tell. I think we still gotta tell Athemba.
All right. So did you want to go and visit personally, or are you going to just send word?
Do I see anyone that I think could send word, who I'd trust to send
There are a
word?
number of Tiladelian forces here that appear to have returned. Some of them appear to be
Oh,
like, injured, like people that were on the lines of battle and have been sent back. But there are just a number of, just like officers that are like sort of. There are a few that are like keeping, watching, keeping track of the populace, marking people. There are a few that appear to be like walking around handing out things like blankets and, small bundles of supplies. Yeah.
I'm going to find the most tender-looking individual, like the kindest-looking individual that is handing out supplies for those in need.
Wonderful. Yeah, there's, let's do a... Yeah, you see that there's kind of this, elderly-looking, not like super elderly, like, wrong, bad of body, but this sort of maybe like 60-year-old like dwarf woman who's like, you can see that she's. You begin to register that there is
60 relative, right?
Yeah, and that there's like an inherent. She does not she seems very gruff. You hear her just like, oi, now don't take too much. Make sure that you're handing out some to the rest around you. You need to be balancing this. You need to be balancing the amounts of food for the people. Like she's gruff,
thick skin, big heart.
Right, exactly. You can
Yep,
tell
like
that
a charge nurse.
Right, like that she is like
Yep.
very actively like, you see her beginning to like slip into these bundles. You see that there's like a small rucksack behind her that like not many people are paying attention to, and she'll stealthily, while they aren't paying attention, pull out like a little like a braided fiber like dolls, and that she's like just giving to like the kids just to like raise their spirits. And you watch this sort of like wry grin keep onto her face as there's like a small halfling girl with like pigtails that like reaches in and pulls out this and goes, Mom, look, we got a toy. Look at this. This is new. Hold on. Oh, I love it. And like immediately like melting. The dwarf woman.
That's as I walk up.
Yeah.
As I'm walking up, and it's like, I'm gonna reach over to whisper to the girl, and it brings good luck too. Watch this, and I'm just gonna press digitation and like.
You see her.
Make it sparkle.
You see her eyes light up, and she goes, "Oh wow!" She goes, "Mom, I'm never gonna lose this. I'm never gonna lose it." And like she starts like skipping off. The dwarf.
I did want to go after Jean-Jacques really quickly and grab him before he decides to talk to the dwarf lady and say, "Listen, I know it seems like we're on a time crunch here, but I think considering all the good you did and all the hope we put in the hearts of people that we passed on the way to our mission here, I think you deserve to go and have a chat with your friend again. I think they need to see your face with the news. I think that's important. We'll be happy to wait for you. With the horses. Obviously, they can't swim.
The horses. Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of room in the back, and we're only really taking turns every once in a while in the carriage. I guess while I'm gone, can you guys buy some hay?
Sure.
Or feed, whatever they feed them out here.
Take all the time you need.
If
It'll
they
get
have
done. Well,
Yeah.
look.
All right, thank you.
Or we'll shake down that guy you just scared the crap out of earlier.
No. They'll let that resolve itself. He's clearly already powerless to do anything. He's like, he's a bug. Leave him alone. Well, I mean,
Doesn't matter how many fish.
But you don't need to.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many fish you smell out on the seas. It can always sniff out a weasel.
Classic.
That he is.
And yeah, we'll take the opportunity to do that first real quick, just while you know. So you make your way over to your old sort of like a house that was like buried in the bog, as it were. That, remember, the pathway down below it that has been like concreted out, and it's a different experience going through here now, in this moment. Just like you take a moment and you reflect as you enter this sort of old, dingy house. This house is obviously a vestige of the time where you needed to sneak everything in and everything out, right? Where getting supplies to whoever Jean-Jacques was selling to, but to the people who needed them even, was a struggle, was something that had to be done in secret, and something for which you could have been executed. And now, as you enter this house, you think for a moment just about the fact that there's not as much a need for this place anymore. And it's, rather than any degree of like sadness or longing for the past here, it's the no, this isn't necessary. There will be brighter days ahead. This place if this place rots, it means that the world is a much better place than it used to be. And you enter into the tunnels down the hall. You know, you have your small little rowboat that you have set up there. And beginning, again, just the memories, like, it is very different, like, entering this place now than it was before, because, you know, now you're just rowing along yourself, but there is no, like, furtiveness. There's, like, you're amazed at how different this moment feels.
Just, right? There's no time crunch. There's no one's looking for me. Yeah.
It's just a slow, leisurely boat ride down this river.
Well,
and
life is but a dream.
And it takes you very little time to, less than a couple of hours for you to reach the house of Hercuir and Atimba. And there is actually, you notice that Atimba is outside, because what you begin to notice is that there are, like, you hear it before you get there. You're like, hold on, it almost sounds like the water is louder, and there is a gathering of lizard folk, not like everyone, but there's a gathering of about maybe 16, 20 lizard folk that are all, like, sitting basically on their stoop, you know, like their sort of, like, entry porch area that is, you know, rock and mold and whatever, you know, and moss and whatever, that are all sitting there hissing at each other. And, like, Atimba's, like, listening, but he's like, you hear him every so often just, like, commenting aloud as you begin to, like, because he sees your boat pulling up, and, like, you just hear, like, very briefly, just like, right, but the trouble is that we cannot this quickly find ourselves back at the surface. We can't, you know, you can't travel back up there this quickly. You know, it's a little bit, I feel like, and you hear a hissing next to him at Hercuir, and, like, he, like, looks over and he goes, yeah, I suppose if not now, when, but I feel like you might startle folks, and, like, that's kind of a hard barrier to have to deal with. You know, scared folks can be the hardest to deal with. And he turns and he looks over at you, and he just goes, Jean-Jacques, can you back me up on this just for a second?
I have several things that change that tune.
Aye?
Athemba, you've been nominated as head of reconstruction. Let me elaborate on that. It's a title I just came up with, but it's essentially what you would be if you accept. It would be to reconstruct the blighted forests on the borderlands, teach the people how to cultivate the land again, and to restore what's left of Iptharuni's culture. So, actually, they can come home today. I told the Council of Nations about the lizard folk and that they have cultural claim to this area, at least to be a part of it. And so, northern Iptharun? Yeah.
He looks at you for like a stunned second, and like looks over, and you hear him.
Part of it.
You hear him hiss something very briefly, like that. He's like, and the lizard folk all like blink very slowly, and then like look at each other, and then like look at you, and he like looks back at you, and he goes, "No, you're not screwing with me, right?"
No.
But
yeah, it was a nomination. Formal one to the leaders and representatives of most of the nations on the continent.
He goes,
that sounds pretty solid to me.
He goes, now by the prince, the beast, and the huntress, I can't believe what you've brought to me. Yet you're giving me an opportunity to restore the lands?
Yeah.
You see, he leans back and
always wanted to do what you've always done to the best of your ability.
He places a hand against the forehead of his balding head. He kind of like leans back against like the, like the door. Like he was kind of like standing like on the steps of his establishment. They're all kind of like a little bit down and in front of him. He just kind of like leans back against like the doorway and like puts a hand against his bald head and just goes, well, fuck. That's an absolute pleasure of an opportunity. Shit. Where should I be heading? Where's this new reconstruction council?
As far
group?
the council
King?
The council will be convening at the capital, as is. If it's to be changed, that's up to you and the rest. But the efforts, I imagine, would start at the border.
He goes,
at the ruins.
The lands,
ruins of the wall.
The lands will be. Whew. Reviving these lands is, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, but it's also going to be
task
a hell
of a lifetime.
Struggle. Yeah. But if the wilds and the gods and whoever else will it for me, I'll take it upon myself.
I have something for you to know about. The Despotate had various experiments regarding this foul substance. I don't know if it has anything to do with the blight. If you need samples of it, the Fist of the Past. Are you familiar with them? No.
I've heard of the name, but nothing more.
Yeah, or not the Fist of the Past. No, the.
You're looking for the guild name?
Yeah, the guild name. What was the guild name?
Posterity's Blade.
Sorry, Fist of the Past. He's the leader of Posterity's Blade. Posterity's Blade, if you're familiar.
He goes, simple happenstance. A few of them might have passed through me tunnel at one point or another, but
merchant / smuggling guild. They're the people that made sure the refugees got what they needed. The people that showed up and groups of a few.
Right.
They looked a little bit more well off than most of the rest of the smugglers like
Yeah.
I. They have samples of this substance. If you need to study it to hear the land, check in with them. One of their representatives will be on the council. Check on them, and they might be able to help you with that endeavor, at least in the acquisition of the material. I don't know if it has anything to do with the blight, but it might help. Yeah, I'm gonna take my boat back up. It's it's crazy to think that we did it.
He nods, and there's like a thoughtful.
I'll be sending the boat back down. I'll be sending the boat back down when I get up. You can use it to get over.
He nods. There's a thoughtful expression on his face that you see, like he's far away in the moment, and then you see like refocuses, and it like clears, and there's like a softness that comes in, and you know he like. This is like a large druid. He kind of like takes a knee just for a second to be more on Jean-Jacques sort of level. You know, especially porch of his stoop to like, you know, you standing there. He like takes a knee and like he just like he looks at, you know, he looks for a second and he just goes, "The work you have done for these lands will be long remembered, Jean-Jacques. It will not be forgotten." And he goes, and he like reaches out his hand, and he goes, "And more than that, you're a good man." A big, meaty sort of hand just like clasps you, gives you a little shake. And he goes, "Right, well, you know, I normally I'd say I hope to be seeing you around here again, but honestly, I think that you're destined for much bigger things in the world than being back here. Go and live your life. Hope I see you." And he turns around and walks back into his domicile. And you hear him hissing, and then like you see them like cock their head for a second, and then like you hear the sound of a fire starting, and like a hiss cheer goes up from all of these lizard folk as all like 20 of them stumble into this little tiny house for what appears to be dinner.
I love this weird ass village.
Wonderful. And you make your way back up the tunnels.
I get back up the tunnel. I instinctively just start tying up the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And just stop.
Yeah.
Untie it, hold it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I just give the bow a kiss and let it drift off.
Wonderful. And as the boat slowly just sails down the stream, we'll tie off that section. You make your way back up to the group who have managed to. It's not that much of an ordeal trying to get hay, especially now that you notice that there are like Epilmar seemed a lot more hectic, obviously because it was the center of this like everything the day after warfare sort of, you know, being dealt with, right? Oshesk is you notice that there are like soldiers around overseeing, like making sure people get the supplies that they need, so you're able to mark off like 2 gold and you get enough hay for let's say a month's worth of hay.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's like most of the way there, isn't it?
Well, depends on where you're heading, but you managed to get a month's worth of hay here. And with that, the party is going to now take off through the forest towards where the boats were tied up.
I would imagine so, unless anyone else has any further business in this side of the continent.
Nope.
I'm ready to get back out on the sea.
It's long. It is long overdue.
Mm-hmm. Just the smell of salt water.
Ariel, you feel this weird sort of like, they say this, and you still feel this weird, like, tug in yourself towards, like, there's something on your quest. There's something that you're missing.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you know, the party Discord, you know. So you roll me
Right.
roll me a survival check for the one day on the way back to the boats.
Do we
Rabbits are gonna or anybody.
Let's have since
Hector's a
the
good
last one-
Hector's
yeah.
a good candidate for survival checks.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is just for guiding with the party. Is it a natural one?
What is it?
It's a natural 20.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, okay.
good.
I was
That's
about
a
to
20.
say, vote
That's a
vote voice
29.
I was gonna say, if it's a natural one, this would have been, I think, the third like high impact roll that Hector's nat 1'd on, like recently. Oh, by the way, Jean-Jacques, take a commitment token for that, and Uprush, take a commitment token for that. Wonderful. Yeah, Hector. So you make your way with a natural 20. You are able to lead them effortlessly through the forest. Like you, for a second, you're like, I don't even know what all the fuss is about. You know, you heard the first time that you came through. The Tillydelian, captains and, things of that sort telling you, no, don't travel on the forest floor. It is dangerous. There's not, there's nothing to worry about. However, there's lots of stuff to worry about, right? However, as you make your way along the way, you're like, no, I'm chilling. This is fine. It is very much the scene in Madagascar where they're just wandering around and there's like, I see trees of green and there's like things getting eaten around you and like you see in the back, like you're just chilling. You look off to the right. There's like a deer being pursued by a pack of like what look like small like crystal laden wolves that are like sprinting this thing down. Yeah, like you look over the other way and there's like a tree that's enveloping like a large bird. Yeah, and and you think to yourself, what a wonderful
Just
world.
violence.
With a 26 is all of this just avoids you.
Jean-Jacques, how the hell did you survive in this place?
I have no idea.
And you make him like friends in high places, literally. And so
I stuck to civilized places. Honestly, I never left.
Oshesk and
I went up to Oshesk, and then I just left. Like I did not stick around.
I can
I
see
go
why.
wander. I'd rather wander the wilds of the Despotate than of Tillydel any day. Easy.
Yeah, I would agree.
My home was literally Oshesk, and I would not go outside of it. Why? Why would I do that?
Clearly.
Yeah. I'd say I'm bite-sized, but I'm like half bite-sized for this jungle. So no, thank you. Like I'm not even a whole meal. I'm a snack. Like not in a cute way. I just
in the dead way.
In the easy pickings way.
Yeah, exactly. No, thank you. I'd rather deal with people wanting to kill me.
Then like
I wouldn't camp here.
Then yeah, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't camp here. Bad idea.
Yep, very bad idea.
Yeah, you look over to the side and you see like a decaying corpse of like someone who very clearly like had been camping, like the tattered remains of their tent, and just a couple of large tusk holes through the center of this corpse's like broken ribs that you can see. Yeah. But you make your way back to the ship, and as you near Kidru, you now see for the first time this is all new territory to you. Well, Tillydel Vaguely. You've traveled through here. It was, sort of like it was almost, to you, it like now looking at all this stuff, seeing going on the sides of you, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it was definitely divine providence when I came through here the first time,
Sheer chance.
Right, exactly. But like now, as you begin to approach, you now see the trees like clear out slightly in front of you, and you see docked in the middle of this like river, 2 large sailing ships. Like both of them are, I believe, double mast was what we. Yeah, both of them are double mast. Like multiple levels of cannons. Like large wooden ships. One of whom is flying this banner of a sort of. I believe we. I always get confused because for some reason I thought we said blue bearded dragon, but I don't think it is. Like the on the flag of Darkest Nights.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why. Anyway, this we'll say blue for now. Blue TM will be potentially will be changed later. This like
no, will be adjusted later.
Yeah, will be adjusted later. Will be this like blue bearded dragon face with like an actual physical beard hanging off of this guy, and like these sort of like piercing eyes, just like lighting the distance ahead of you. You hear from the crow's nest. You hear from the crow's nest. You hear, well, welcome back, me freaking Harrys. My God, I can't make. I've been waiting to make your acquaintance again for quite a fucking time.
There you are, you old bastard!
And you see like jumping out of the crow's nest, this like white bearded, glass eye, just weathered, sort of like a tricorn hat on, long duster, like a bearded guy just climbing down, who like giant rifle strapped to his back, who like walks on up, immediately sprints straight to you, uprush, and goes, "No, Captain, I need to tell you, but the most important thing, that fucking, you told me, what's his name said that he sent me, the weird tiny guy with the eye, he told me that he sent you a message that, the hand took off, 3 days ago, quite in a hurry, seemed like he and his crew were excited about something, I cannot tell you."
No idea where they went, huh?
No idea. Absolutely blasted it. Hand-fisted it into the horizon. Just gone. The Tilly-Dellians tried to stop them, but they took off. There were definitely a little bit of cannon fire, but we didn't see much reason in chasing them just because, you told us to stay here, so.
Well, I'm glad you did. We'll run into them eventually again. Mm-hmm. For some reason, they just seem to be intrinsically tied to our faith. So we'll see them again.
Apparently. I tell you, running into them with their ship absolutely bollocksed in the middle of the ocean, quite a fucking experience. I wasn't planning on seeing them again after the first time we ran into them.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see them a third time, and it will probably be in the middle of something terrible. For now, I'm ready to shove off. I am tired of being here. We did what we had to do.
He goes,
mission accomplished.
He goes, "Aye, wonderful. And he goes to take off. Archie kind of walks up to you, who is now has heard the call. And Archie just like sort of walks up. This large sort of grizzled orc like slab of meat face has been like cut so many times. Just dressed in this like slim, well-dressed sort of vest and like dress shirt sort of thing going on. Walks up to you and just goes, "Now, Captain, one of the things that I've been hearing would be a bit of a problem. It's getting a little bit towards dark, so I think we should. I mean, we may need to wait until the morning, just depending on when you'd be needing to head to shove off."
We can wait if it comes down to it. I'm just being dramatic. Mostly, I'm hungry.
Well, good news on that front. Man, I'm slipping into Scottish from Jamaican right now, and I have no idea why. You can.
Hey, in a while.
It's okay. Hey, beer can.
Yeah.
And bacon.
The beer can.
Back.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, no. So he just takes a second and he goes right. Well, shit. What's? Oh wait, what was your cook? No, Archie was your cook. He goes right. Well, I can get something prepped in no time at all, Captain. It'll just be a minute or two. And
Archie, I have missed you so much, buddy. It is good to see your face.
He goes, honestly, I'm glad that you're all alive. I was
What a goat. First mate, carpenter, and cook.
Thanks.
We almost went down.
Mhm.
But we went out and did our job.
He looks over and he makes eye contact with you, and he goes, notice we've added another one to our crew. He goes, he reaches his hands out and goes, Archibald. Most people call me Archie. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Kid Roo. Call me Kid.
Pleased to meet you. Do you be hailing from up north?
I do.
Wonderful. It's been quite a time since I've been seeing any of your people around. It's been many journeys.
You don't see them very often unless you are up north. I don't think I've seen any since I've left.
He goes.
I mean, yeah.
He kind of pats his own chest and goes, "Trust me, I can relate. The civilized orc population outside of Bentuku is slim to none. I've been hearing Graal, when I've been talking with him, said that his place, what's now called the Red Dawn, he said that little violent over there from what I've been hearing. Lots of things going wrong."
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, Graal actually did disappear on us a good 3 times. We haven't seen him since we left. Maybe he came back to the ship. No sign of him?
He cocks his head and looks at you and goes, "No. Honestly, and he goes, the last time that we run into Graal, I mean, he was with us aboard the ships for most of them, no?"
Mm-hmm.
He
But
looks
now
and
it's up and up.
he goes, do you think we should be holding up waiting for him? Will he be coming back?
I don't know. He took his weapons, but not his gear. So it feels like maybe he just decided he needed to do something else. Maybe we'll catch up with him again later.
All right. Well, I guess there's no point to be holding up then. He goes, right. Well, I'll gather everyone around here for food. He looks at you and he goes, for a second he goes, Jean-Jacques. He just looks at you and he goes, I actually have a problem. I have a bone to pick with you about the other cook that you've been hiring.
What?
This man is trying to add. He's trying to add. Not. Trust me, I don't have much of a problem with spices. I've been using them in my cooking a lot. But the ones that he's been using be throwing off the whole flavor profile of everything I be making. He goes, that little knob keeps sneaking in. He snuck in. I was taking a wee, and he snuck in and threw spices in me fucking jambalaya.
Who's the other cook?
That'd be unacceptable.
He goes, that's what
How
I've been saying.
dare he? You do not mess with a man's jambalaya.
He goes, that's what I've been saying. But regardless, Vickle, he show up, he throw stuff in my food, he disappear again. I opened a cupboard and I found him waiting in it one time. Just squatting in there until I disappeared. Terrified. He goes, I've been done
terrorizing
with this
him.
man. He goes, I've been done with this man. I offered him. I said, how about we go opposite nights? We just trade back and forth. We offer each other a different chance to enrich our cuisines. He said, no, I be having none of that. He goes, you make the food the right way or don't make it at all. That's what he said to me.
Hey, man. I'd be with you on this one.
That's what I thought. All right.
We'll have a talk with him.
He's just incensed. You can see, like, Archie doesn't get steamed very often. This is the most pissed you've seen him. Is this man fucking with his cooking? Like, he's...
Right now,
you know, honestly,
Archie
I've had Archie's cooking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with his cooking.
Right now, Archie's disdain reminds Uprush of his friend's mom, and he's like, this can't withstand. We can't allow this to continue.
So Archie, he nods and he goes, "Thank you, Captain. I guess I'll be dealing with. Just have a word with him whenever you see him. If you see him before he affects the food. I don't know where he is. He's been all over at this point. Like it's like he's like, I'm not joking ya. It's like shipping the night there 1 minute, gone the next, David Jones type of stuff."
We'll keep our eyes peeled for him.
Vickle the Fickle, what can be said? We'll talk to him.
Yeah, right. He takes off. You see behind him, Scrampton, who is actually just waiting and just goes, "Wonderful. Scrampton would like to." And Kidru, you see this elderly, wizened, like, not physically an owl, but like owlish looking guy, like human, like one sort of monocle with like sort of like little tiny adjustable lenses on it, a long bent stick cane that like looks like when he puts pressure on it it should snap, but it doesn't, who's just kind of like squeezes up to you, and he goes, he peers for a second at you, Captain Uprush, and he goes, "Where are Scrampton's shells?"
Bring up the shells, guys.
"Scrampton wishes payment."
We have your shells. Don't worry, we got them on the way up.
Did you all actually? Because I don't think we went to a place.
We very much planned on doing that, and we said we were gonna do that, but coming off of narratively coming immediately off of Oshesk.
Yeah. Like yeah. Okay.
But it would have taken a while. I feel like we could have
out of the way, but.
Yeah. Okay. So we're good.
Well, then I'm saying it would have been, if you want to add an extra day of travel to the journey, we could retcon have done that, but in this moment it was...
Oh no, we're on the beach right now.
No, you're in
like
the
on
river.
The way to the boat.
Oh, you're on.
It's in the.
You've gone up.
Oh, it's in the up in the river.
Yeah, they went up the
river. I thought they were on the coast.
No, when the Tillydelians brought you in to stow the boats, that way they couldn't be seen from the coast. They brought you down the river. It's not like crazy down, but it's still like a day or two's travel. Like you would need to, I guess you could have, if you want to have like cycled around when you came to do it. Sure, I'll DM check of done that.
I don't think you would have made it.
Oh, okay, cool. So if you don't, then he'll just peer at you and he goes, "Where are the shells? Scrampton requires payment, and Scrampton would not like to wait much longer. Shells are pretty.
Scrampton will not have to wait much longer when we actually get to the coast."
Wonderful. We're gonna go to the coast, and I hear from the local Tillydelians that the helmet shells, olivines, and cones on the beaches of Tillydel are the envy of the entire world. Did you know ancient Tillydelians used to use those shells as currency, despite the plentiful gold found within the nation?
He looks at you for a second, and he goes, "Scrampton is not entirely sure that he believes you. However, Scrampton just likes seeing shells, so I will accept this. So Scrampton will accept this fanciful story." And turns around, begins like pattering off with his like little tiny crooked cane. He also like.
Good save, buddy.
He does like stop very briefly, turns around, looks at you, Ariel, and goes, "Pleasure seeing you again, old one. It is nice to return you home."
What the hell does he know?
Too much.
Way too much, apparently.
He knows too much.
He scares me.
I'm glad he's on our side. For now.
Hey, I heard the story. If it's any consolation, that I didn't pull that out of my ass. The person who told me might have pulled it out of his ass, but I didn't pull it out of my ass.
Listen, we live for another day. That's all that matters.
Okay, yeah.
Pulled it out of someone else.
We'll take a stop at the coast and we'll send our keenest. I mean, who's gonna go beachcombing in the shores of Tillydel?
Not me.
I know, right? So I imagine it might be. There might be some merit to
You
this.
might have a good shot.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. So you guys can make the ships ready and just head up the coast and like head up the river and dock at the coast before you begin on your like next day's travel. For the evening, Jean-Jacques, did you have something that you wanted to do with your laboratory?
Oh yeah, I'm cracking the knuckles. I'm cracking the knuckles. I'm moving some crates around. I'm opening some of them up, getting my cauldron. I'm ready to go.
Wonderful.
I'm turning our cargo hold into a makeshift mobile laboratory.
Good.
Oh, you're doing the piss bottle experiments?
Yep. We're gonna play with the goon juice, the piss bottles, the yellow stuff from the baddies. All right, let's go.
I would love to watch you do that.
Goon juice time. All
Where
right, so
we gonna leave what's her name again that's in the hole? Ahura?
Uhura? In the hole
Yeah,
still? Question.
Are we gonna leave her in the hole or are we gonna put her in the brig?
We'll
Take her out.
Yeah. Put her in the brig. Yeah.
all right.
I don't want her to
That can be a
become more
problem, but we'll
insane
find
than she
out.
already is.
All right. Yes, you managed to remove her from the hole. So the cage is still invisible. So I am going to need a
It's like you gotta move it. She just bites your fingers off.
yeah. I kind of need a dexterity saving throw from whoever enters the cage first.
Oh boy.
Enters the cage.
Yeah, because when you have to open it in order to remove her from it.
Oh no. I feel like we skipped a couple steps.
Okay.
All right. I feel like you gotta remember.
Let's play this out.
Despite becoming a much better person, is still paranoid.
Oh, okay, cool.
We could just wait
I'm bringing
until we
the
shove
two
off.
Oh well, yeah. We're gonna wait until me moving the stuff around to set up the lab happened before we shoved off.
You're right. So
I'm saying
if
we
the
shove
second
off
we
to
shove
release
off,
her.
then we could then we can
then
do
you're
this.
gonna put her. Okay, cool. So then we don't need to worry.
Yeah,
about
we're
that.
shoving off first. She doesn't get to jump off and swim to shore
Well,
now.
so then time out. So let's
Yeah,
first
he will
do.
be out in the middle though.
Let's first do your alchemy check. We'll come back to Ahura. We're gonna do the alchemy
Okay,
check.
it's gonna take a little bit. We're not shoving off
Yes.
that quick.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not shoving
Alright,
off.
we'll-
To go to
okay,
the
we'll-
close for this
okay, we'll
bag
do
and
this first.
shell and that'd be okay.
Okay. All right. So alchemy check. So this is. I regret to say. Int proficiency.
I believe that was what we discovered. Yeah, set up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what an alchemy check would be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my int is a +0.
You could use nature here if you want to use nature.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. It'll add 2 to it.
Mhm.
By the way, my level. What is my proficiency? I don't think I've updated that.
Oh yeah, you're 10. We're all at 10. So.
We're all,
It
we're all
should
at
be
10
4.
now. What is the proficiency for 10?
4.
I think it's 4. Yeah.
It's 4? Okay, so no, I still got it. Okay. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, and you can add proficiency because it's an like it is with alchemy tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. 15, 2 for nature, 17,
And then 4.
13, 21.
Wonderful. Okay, so with a 21, the screen is going to disappear for a minute here, because I need to read the things that I have. So, you begin to like pour this out, and you begin measuring like small segments of it. Like you drop her like little pieces of it into different like sort of like boiling dishes, into different like things with density testing, things like that, right? You have a little burner going, and you discover, so within this, obviously there's a magical component that you guys have discovered with that, where there is like a form of the revivify and a form of like greater restoration, that appears to be, not greater, lesser restoration that appears to be functioning here.
Okay.
There is also, Aqua Ragia, which is turpentine.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. There is, as well as that, there is Aqua Vitae, which is ethanol. There is elemental mercury, that appears to be like a thinning agent in this circumstance, and there is
Well, I think we
what
found out
appears
what
to
makes
be
put the dead and undead.
and what appears to be a heavily changed by this exposure process hearthwood sap.
Shit.
Now, you don't have a lot of experience with hearthwood sap, Jean. I mean, you have experience living there, but like,
It was
You-
dead. It was
yeah,
dead
you
before it was born.
right, you didn't use it a lot, so you're trying to strike your memory with
Like,
this, just
resin.
Right.
Resin would be the only thing I'd ever interact
right
with.
for
And I probably saw Mama Timba use it a lot.
right, but you're trying to plunge your memories for what would hearthwood sap be used for, even, right? Like, why is this? And looking at that is the 60%, 70% component of this thing, and with that check of 21, it appears to be what is taking these magical, the magical effects appear to have been entwined with the sap itself.
So it's the sap that's holding the spell and letting it materially and alchemically interact with the rest of the ingredient.
Right, is what it appears to be.
Ooh,
Now, but
okay.
you don't know a lot about wine. That's sort of the
I don't know.
Yeah. Now, there are hearthwood trees that are still alive in this world. You do know that.
Yeah.
There is one that is the home base of the Tillydelians in Temjonir. There's also a albeit damaged one, from what you have heard, in Roblarosa, in Calcari. There might be others, but those are the ones that you know of as notable locations.
Yeah.
AJ, check DMs real fast.
Pause, champ. Sorry, my mouse cursor has now disappeared. There we go. Wonderful, it's back. DM's checked, responded to. All right, so yeah, so that is the information that you have there. And with that breakdown, it's the mercury, obviously thinning agent, does appear to have been, obviously, responsible for some damaging of the host.
The ethanol, the turpentine, probably a little bit as well, but mostly as solvents.
Right.
Probably specifically to get the sap to get into solution. Right.
And as well, with that, you're thinking about it, and you're like, well, they, undead, don't really respond to pain, so the ethanol is probably, the anesthetic property of the ethanol is probably also in effect there.
You said lesser restoration or greater restoration?
Lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration.
Yeah, and Revivify both appear to be in...
Revivify, yeah. I had Revivify and some natural component and some weird magic of divine nature, so I guess the natural component would be Hearthwood Sap, and now weird divine magic would be the Revivify and the lesser restoration.
Possibly. You'd need to talk with someone who's a little bit more... the divine magic sense. Well, actually, I'll let you give me a religion.
I mean,
check.
Kid Roo wanted to watch.
Oh,
he's been here the whole time.
Here?
Oh
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I did say that.
He stated beforehand that he wanted to watch me do this.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I totally missed that. So yeah, you've been sitting in, you're watching Jean-Jacques he's just doing drippers, lighting little tins of this on fire, adding materials to these little vials and shaking them. There's ones that you have to drop it and it explodes. Testing these things.
Yeah.
I have no
At
idea
some
what
point,
he's doing.
if I may take narrative for a moment.
Yeah.
I do one dropper and I see this thing start to wisp out. I'm like, oh, someone, what is this? and it looks like a spell aura like coming out of the top of the beaker.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Kabru!
I have no experience in whatever you're doing.
Heck,
You
I
can
just yell heck.
you can hit me with a religion check here real quick, Kidru.
Absolutely.
As I start yelling Hector.
Because like there's a weird hint of like divine magic coming out of this, so you have like a second to.
I was gonna have it be like, because I have no clue how John Jack would discern whether Lesser Restoration was part of the spell, so I don't know if I was just narrating how that was discovered.
What is this? Well, I got a 24.
24.
Oh, okay.
So with that, you take a second and like, as he's like mentioned out loud, like I'm assuming Jean-Jacques has mentioned the components as he's been going through them.
Yeah, I've mentioned, well, the stuff that I can figure out myself.
Yeah.
Turpentine, ethanol, elemental mercury, and then the majority hearthwood sap.
Yeah.
And then as I work on the hearthwood sap to see if I could, because I know there's more going on, to then extract anything from the hearthwood sap, any like magical traits or any additives that were in it, this spell aura starts coming out of the material. It's like falling out of essentially a spell, and I have no way to interpret that.
And so as you mention this, you think, Kidru, you're watching it and you're seeing these little like flicks of like dark, think like the ripest purple red cherry that you've ever seen.
Sure.
And
I
hope that that's descriptive. There's like little flecks of this, and you're thinking about that for a second, and you're like, well, hold on. I mean, everyone that's studied religion, I mean, you're not a huge like religious guy, obviously, but I mean, within the last few years, it's like, well, okay, I've had a lot of time to look at this, and like, everyone that knows religion knows the story about the hearthwood trees. Everyone knows that they were a gift from the Beast of Feast and Famine, and from the Prince of Flower and Field, and that they imbued their magic into these trees to help the people around and to provide them sustenance and allow them to live well and to be a gift of bounty upon the world. Everyone knows that.
It's common knowledge, Jean-Jacques. You don't.
That doesn't mean what this is. I know what the. What? Explain later, Hector.
I rolled a 25 on hearing him yell for me.
Oh, wonderful!
I don't know where I'd be at, so I don't know if I would.
Yeah, this is
be anywhere nearby.
I'm
like trying to like cover the wind from like wafting the spell away, but I don't know if like the spell's gonna like burn my hand or so. I don't know how this works.
This is probably after dinner, so you've all managed to like you've had dinner, you've retired. You're probably, I mean, at that point you're probably like about to head up to the crow's nest, and you hear him. And so you kind of like sprint downstairs to the Jean-Jacques' laboratory. Yeah, and
probably catches me up like going up the stairs.
Yeah, with the. I mean, you can it's. You can roll an Arcana check here.
For me?
Yeah. If you would like.
I can't cast Identify?
It's the Identify wouldn't give you more than you've already got. Is the unfortunate thing.
It'd I mean,
17 on the dice.
Detect Magic.
Flat.
Detect Magic gives like school.
I don't think I have Detect Magic.
Oh, you don't.
I have Detect Magic.
Well, we've already used those on the like.
That's what I thought.
The
Never mind.
information that you guys have gained from this vial physically by use of spells. This is all you're gonna get with spell usage. In this.
Oh, not school.
Yeah, no, it's
okay.
So because.
Wait, no, we already got this. You're saying we already got the spells.
Right, you've already got the spells. It's just...
Okay, so it's Revivify and Lesser Restoration that they would be finding in this moment.
And what it appears to be, like... I'll let Hector, Hector Kidru coming down, you guys kind of collab on this for a moment. The sap appears to, carry an inherent Lesser Restoration effect and has been augmented with these other effects itself. Like, it is the... carrier, as it were. Like, the sap is what is tying this together, and it seems to be that there is this effect upon the lesser, it is, how do I phrase it? It is amplifying qualities that were already there is what these like, and obvious, and like just the different ones. Like you take a sec, you think about like the different levels of this vial that you found. It's like they are just running a billion different tests, all including this sap, as like what is the way that will give us the desired outcome. And you're seeing that like over time there's like changes to these, you know, revived, you know, beings, right? That they're evolving, they're becoming stronger, they're becoming, you know, Ahura is basically, you know, looking at her, you're like, okay, this is kind of just a walking, talking, eternal, you know what I mean? Like this is just an eternal assassin.
So the sap is enhanced
by their
complemented by complementary spells.
Right.
Ingredients used to bind it all together.
Right, and the difference of
and they're just stuck in this state of like
testing, reviving.
Not undeath, but like a living limbo.
Right.
Like on the verge of death, but never quite there.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. But that means there might be a cure.
So she's alive.
Technically, barely.
It does appear
it's
that
keeping her alive and unalive.
So you can roll me a basic Arcana check here.
All right.
With advantage because of the
Okay.
Because
I
of
gotta
the
get
fact
my
that
int
you've
up.
already like broken down this you know, this compound.
So. All right. 10.
10.
Oh, advantage. Sorry.
Yeah, with advantage.
Advantage. Oh, okay. There we go. 15.
15. Okay. With a 15, it's some of these people have definitely died, right?
Yeah.
And like it seems like some portion of their soul has been brought back to them by best you can tell, and some of them are like haven't, like you said, some of them are haven't died, can't die, or
so some of them were brought back with this. Some of them were kind of killed with.
Yeah,
they're brought to the threshold with this.
Yeah,
and then some people.
Right.
Part of their soul comes back,
right.
And some people they are just there.
And some of it is just like eternal undeath.
So it's
on
not.
What you can tell, like some of
so
it
it's
is,
not a true. It's not a true necromancy where it's not them. Like it's this other thing.
It is not an other thing,
but it is them.
Right. All of based on what you can tell, just like breaking this down, looking at the different versions that you've got, it does seem like every stage of this is still the being, right? Like it has, they have returned the soul, but it's like, are they dead? Have they died? Are they still dead? Can they die? Can they be brought back to life? That's very unclear to you in this moment of like, is there shit we can do about this? I don't really know, other than just like don't get dosed with it, you know? Like
Yeah. Hold up. None of this says radio antenna.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like you got...
How about the red stuff? You talked about the red stuff, right, Kid Roo?
The red stuff? Sorry?
Yeah, you said something about the red coming out of solution.
Yeah, that would have been the magic of the Flower and Field and Feast and Famine.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that it was red. Okay, then yes. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you were telling a story.
It's just I guess the origin of the tree, or of the sap itself, is coming from two of the gods that I'm familiar with. But I don't know if that's exactly what we're trying to figure out now.
That's just part of the sap.
That just seems like what it is, where it comes from. I don't know if that's anything that they've done to it. I think that is just what it inherently is.
Well, if your story is true, then that's just what it is.
I mean, of course the story is true.
That doesn't explain the mind control.
Oh.
This explains the mind control.
I didn't think about that.
I have everything. I have everything in this file. Everything.
Is there nothing that seems pointless at the moment, or is everything accounted for?
Oh, the elemental mercury seems to. Maybe the mercury, but it's just mercury. It's just mercury.
don't know.
As oddly I could say that about a metal liquid at room temperature that's poisonous, and a primary component in many potions. It's just mercury. That doesn't answer it. Ethanol and turpentine, they're both solvents. The hearthwood sap itself is the source of that red aura that you mentioned that we saw. And lesser restoration is innate to the sap, and the revivify was added in to the sap. That's the entire thing. Nothing in here suggests mind control or communicate long distance communication unless. And I checked the other vials, like, dude, because I imagine this test resulted from 1, 2 vials. How many?
I think you probably tested 2 of them. You have.
Yeah, I would have tested 2. So both, and they were of 2 different grades / colors.
Yes.
Okay, so they were of different grades, as far as I know, and the results were the same, probably just slightly different in amount or quality of the sap.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, nothing here says.
You can hit me.
I guess
unless using the sap ties you to.
You can tag me with. Let's see. Anyone here can roll an Arcana check in this moment, and
and it was the beast of what? Beast and
feast
what?
Beast of feast.
Feast and famine.
Yep.
And the.
Yeah, and the
Prince
of
what?
Flower and Field.
And the Prince of Flower and Field. Okay.
Yep.
Beast of famine.
And Jean-Jacques, you can hit me with another because you've got it alchemy. You can hit me with another one of those alchemy plus nature.
Yeah, nature's
effects here.
I have an 8.
An 8?
20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And Hector,
20.
you're here, right? Do you want to hit me with an Arcana check?
I guess yeah, he is here now.
That's a 5.
Unless she's tuned in to the Beast of the Prince.
So
yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. And how would
so the thing that Jean-Jacques
kind of divine conspiracy
you
with
said
that tie
dirty
into?
20?
Yeah, dirty 20.
So the 2 things that jump out at you with that are like, well, Kidoru, like the effects coming off of it were this red like red purple color. The sap itself is yellow. Is like that same, like, mucusy yellow color, which is weird to me. On top of that, with a 20, Mercury, one of the effects of it is poor performance on tests of mental function and emotional changes.
So
you think that
so it could leave one vulnerable to mental attack.
Right.
Yeah, that would be perfect for poisoning someone in advance of a mental attack, which would. The prince is mercury poisoned. In addition to everything else, but the prince is mercury poisoned. Primarily, I'd imagine.
Interesting.
They didn't get to him yet. They didn't do to him what they did to Ahura. Maybe part of the process is what builds them back up. Break him down to build him back up. That's what they tried to do to me. That's before they had this. Oh shit.
Oh shit, indeed. Well, what now?
Did they do this to me?
You don't have any memory of being, like, injected, but...
Yeah.
Some of it is lost, you know, it's like...
But after a nice session, they could have just poured it on me, and that might as well be an injection.
Yeah, it's an interesting question to think to yourself. So, the... What you now have before you is... you do have the opportunity to pursue this thread if you would like. Meaning that would require, DM above sort of like, hey, here's, information on some of this quest stuff. You could go and attempt to, like, learn further information about, like, Hearthwood sap and why it has these effects by visiting one of the Hearthwood trees. That would require you to go to Temjonir or to Roblarosa, or the two that you know of.
So how do you spell Roblarosa?
Roblarosa. That's the capital of Calcari.
Rosa. Got it. All right. Okay.
Right.
I had both the A's replaced with more O's.
Right, and then Temjonir, which is the capital. Home city of Tillydale. Not really a capital, so to speak, but
is built. Wood. I mean, the healthy Hearthwood would be the best one to take a sample from, but it's also a good way for me to lose my head. We'll visit the one in Roblarosa.
Okay.
Well,
also we have to head out.
Drake's here, or Ariel.
we're planning to head to Kilkerry, right?
I mean, as far as I know, we were.
I kind of want to take a detour.
Uh-oh. Where to?
For a while, I have been getting a pull northwards, like a feeling that I should head up north.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing as how the armies arrived here somehow, probably through a teleport, we can probably ask the Tildelians if it's possible and maybe go up to, what's the place called again?
You weren't. It seemed like it was towards the Satpian Mountain.
Yeah, towards the Satpian Empire.
Okay.
What do we do with the ships?
I can't think of anything. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different things that we could easily follow. I don't know how many of them. I don't think anything takes precedent over the other. We just kind of have to pick and choose at this point. If you feel like if you're being pulled north, well, we follow John Jackson's thing. Let's follow yours too.
Give
everybody a chance.
If we were heading back to Temjonir to get access to that teleportation, I would be able to get some samples, but I'd be left without my lab. Well, then again, I kind of got most of the answers right here, as far as I know.
And while we're up there, if I remember correctly, Kidru has that blacksmith he wanted to go to pick up.
So we got two things.
Yes, sir.
And
I imagine.
Well, perhaps we should go north. Any objections to going north?
No, sir.
Then northward it is.
I'd work out.
We have our destination.
Work out just fine. Yeah. Got the results. Stop by Temjonir. Get in contact with the Sapian representatives that are probably getting here around now.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Win-win. Win-win.
I think, yeah, probably under the pretext that we are able to get a teleport off of them.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, if we show
Otherwise,
up, then they're like,
yeah.
I don't feel like it. I'm gonna
We
use
could
these spell
just-
slots to make tea later. Obviously, yeah, no, then
Brilliant.
we can't. Yeah.
What's that Scrampton guy able to do?
That's a
Teleport?
question that we'll have to wait until we have seashells to ask it with.
Oh, that's fair, that's fair.
We'll check the coast for some shells before we leave.
I'm eager to meet him.
Again. Scrammy.
Grammy!
It's Grammy. think the DM just died a little.
I did. Just a little bit. That was hilarious. That was good.
It's Grammy time.
Little Grammy.
All right. So, you guys are going to currently now head off then eastward towards Temjonir.
Yeah, like,
Wonderful.
hi crew, we miss you.
All right.
Long needed.
Good.
Bye.
There's-
Oh yeah, we're
Before
walking.
we do
We're
go.
getting off the ship again and going.
you
Yeah.
definitely-
In case we do end up getting a teleport, I'm just gonna walk up to Archie and just give him like 2,500 gold
Oh.
for like supplies and stuff.
He goes,
Give him the money. Give him a heads up. Tell him where we're going.
Yep.
And to meet us there.
he goes,
So what?
right, I
where
appreciate
would
the
we be meeting
payment in
them?
advance.
Nice to meet you all.
So what was that, Manny?
Oh, where would we be meeting them?
Probably in
Is there a
Kilcary.
specific town?
Oh,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
Kilcary, but where in Kilcary?
I don't.
'Cause we got to be able to. You might have an idea as to where it is, but you got to say it out loud and see if it.
Yeah.
I don't know a thing about Kilcary. You guys could plan that out for sure.
Yeah,
If
That's kind of up to us.
I'll tell him
Oh.
if we do not come back here within, like, how long will it take us to get to the capital?
Let me see. It's I believe like a week-ish. Give me a moment. Oh wait, you do have horses, but it is like heavy
Horses.
sort of. Yeah. Give me a second.
Well, we can leave
add
the
tools
carriage.
routes.
Well, we can't teleport with the horses.
No, I guess not.
Well,
So we're
unless
gonna
we
leave
can.
the fucking horses behind.
Wait.
God
unless we
damn it.
can.
You could bring.
No,
the
we leave
horse.
them with the boat.
And then take a week to get there.
Nope. Not sure.
Sheesh.
Go away. Sorry.
Hey, the horses would help us get to Kilcary from Satpia. Like, massively.
Mm.
Why will this not let me move? Oh, brilliant. Good.
Man, I wanted to be back on the boats. But this,
So does Adrian.
yeah, but this is the best route.
How long
I
would it
think.
take for us to sail
Oh
there?
no, wait. Sorry. Temlateth. No, it might be. Hold on. Actually, I might need
Well-
to check.
You know, I'm also a little disappointed that we're not sailing, just for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
How long
Me-
is it to
me-
sail
me and
from here
Travis-
to that
Me and
area?
Travis did the work, so I guess our characters would be able to do it now. But I think if we teleported to Satpia, got our shit done, then headed west to Kilcary, all things considered,
like-
average moves and whatnot, we and our boat would get there at the same time.
And that's a rough estimation.
Rough, very
That's-
rough.
Nothing goes wrong, which is
no,
not possible.
no compasses or to scale map. No, but it looks to be that we'd get there around the same time as the ship would.
Okay.
To break, it looks like we have Slolokia side quest. If we took the boats, Slolokia side quest, a stop in Pastab to help with the prince, and then Kilcary, and possible meetings with our previous adversaries on the way back.
Mhm.
If we head up to Satpia, we get Aurel's prophecy fulfilled in some way, I guess. I don't know. He's feeling a tug. Usually, when I feel a tug, it means something different. But
We get to
Listen,
do
you-
stuff.
we get to visit the blacksmith you were talking about, Kid Brew, and then we'd just go to Kilcary, and we'd be able to meet the ship at one of the locations in North Kilcary, getting there around, not South Kilcary, North Kilcary, because the ship would beat us to the south by quite a bit. And I'm trying to remember where to meet up, but honestly, I met you guys off the coast of. So I don't know where to meet up other than.
I might know a place, but I forget whether or not it was part of the Northern Kilcary or not. Where was Winterhold?
Oh yeah, Winterstone's up north.
Winterstone's up north?
Yeah, you would be able to.
All right.
Winterstone is northern Calcary. Yep. Give me just a moment. I will show you exactly. Yeah, it's basically, it is halfway up, and honestly, it's kind of, if you guys are in Satpia, it's kind of the closest city besides Inverkeith or Kirk to Satpia. It's like right there.
So I guess that does it work.
All right, time to get our begging on.
Say, I'll tell him. I'll tell him basically that if we do end up not coming back here, go to Winterstone, and while there, you can probably find bed and board with Adrian's brother, Kendrick Drake, since he owns a tavern.
Aww.
Hold up.
Kendrick, who now?
Archie, Archie like nods and goes, "Wonderful. I'll be you know, if you be coming back, then wonderful to be sailing with you again. If not, you know, your loyal crew will meet you as soon as possible."
I'm getting really sick of leaving my ship behind.
Not even my ship, and I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally get seasick. I don't blame you.
Just. Oh, fine.
All right. Well, let's. So as you guys bed down for the night for that, you know, those decisions made amongst yourselves. Let's say that you know, Uprush, you lying down in the captain's quarters, you do feel this irritation amongst you, and also this like. Koki said that she had something important to tell you. You really want to go westward, but it's hard when there's so many active things going on. You always feel a tug, and a captain's duty to his crew can take.
John Jack wants to stop by Pastab.
Ain't go unanswered.
Hector, you've spent your time at sea, you've spent your time away from sea, and honestly, you're ready to get out and going, but ever the loyal soldier. RL, you feel pretty happy about the way things have gone. Adrian,
I was like, yeah, this is great for me.
Adrian, not so much.
He's gonna be livid when he comes back out.
But
Adrian's gonna be pissed when he wakes up in the morning.
You feel pretty happy. And Kidru, knowing that you'll have a chance to go back home and to face some of the essences of the past, I think you sleep maybe a little sounder than you have in quite a time. And with that, we'll end today's session of Tales of Tupenia, and thank y'all for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye.